Welcome to the Imperial Bricks YouTube channel. It's Nixter here, and in this series I am collecting all of the playable characters from LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga video game. In this episode, we will be adding a new minifigure to the display, we'll be correcting some of the minifigures already in the display, and finally we'll be adding a minifigure to the extra toggle display. So before we begin, I'm going to grab our IG-88 minifigure right here, and we're also going to grab the Bib Fortuna minifigure. Starting off with IG-88, we just have a simple fix here. We need to switch the orientation of the arms. And while I'm doing this, I want to mention that I will be making a video exclusively about IG-88, addressing all of the concerns about the color of IG-88 and whether or not he's silver or chrome or white or whatever. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But here's the correct way he should be. It was placed like this because the guy who did the chrome plating on them assembled them, and that's how they ended up getting assembled. But this is the correct way to have the arms. I would never actually place them like that. And next we'll be taking a look at Bib Fortuna, who also I'll be making a separate video about because there have been some comments about whether or not his head is correct or incorrect, and I'll be addressing all those claims. So what we're doing here is taking off his head and not his legs, so that we can give him a cape. It's the camera there for a second. Let's give him a cape though. I've got a new Bib Fortuna right here. This is supposed to go on the website, of course. Make sure you guys go check out imperialbricks.com for all your official LEGO Star Wars minifigure needs. But we're going to be sacrificing that Bib Fortuna for the one that goes in the display. So we have a new cape for him. And we are just going to add that. Come on. Like so. And while I'm doing this, I'll mention that I'll also be doing a video discussing the Jango Fett minifigure, so we can talk about all the discrepancies with him in-game, in the little character selector icon, all that good stuff. But yeah, here is Bib Fortuna now with his cape, as he should be. The figure we're going to be adding to the display today is a Phase 1 Clone Trooper, and nothing special about this guy, but before you click away, because this isn't exciting enough, stick around for the extra toggle character. You will enjoy seeing what that is. But back to this clone. We've got a simple print on the helmet. The mustache, of course, is not perfectly aligned, and it's not even touching in the middle. And the same kind of thing goes for the stripe on the helmet there, not perfectly aligned. Eventually, I'd like to get my hands on a nicer looking print, but for now, you can't really pick and choose. It's hard to even get ones that look as clean as this one does without any smearing or anything. So I'm going to take that. Of course, we do have a back print here. That's what that looks like. And now we can add this guy to the display. The minifigure we're going to be adding to the extra toggle display I've been holding off on for a while, but this is an opportunity to use it again because I know P1 clone isn't that exciting, but this is Lando Calrissian from, I want to say, episode 6, where he is seen piloting the Millennium Falcon, and he's not wearing Han Solo's clothes this time. This is the scene where he's with Nien Nunb, I believe. I'll put a little picture of that on the screen. But we are missing one thing for this figure, which is the lavender-colored cape, which I do have, so we will be adding that to the figure. Just wanted to keep it nice and flat until I was ready to do that. Of course, all the capes that I sell on my website are stored the same way. And we're just going to pop the head off of Lando without knocking the camera over. Take this, fold it over very nicely, and of course I have to mention I got this figure on eBay from a reseller, but this is an SJ Bricks minifigure. There's the hairpiece, and there is our Lando Calrissian from a cutscene. This isn't actually an extra toggle character, I know, but eventually the extra toggle display is going to turn into a display for all the characters that can be seen in the game that are not part of the character selection screen. While we add Lando to the display, I want to mention that I'm going to be improving my lighting conditions as time goes on. It's an overcast day and the light from outside just isn't doing the trick. And I also want to mention that I will be getting a larger display for the extra toggle and other characters that are from the Complete Saga. I'm working on a deal with Shop Pop Displays right now to make that happen. So stay tuned for that. But here is the Lando, and we'll just put him right here next to who is also not an extra toggle character, of course, but again, somebody that you see throughout the game, and of course is the guy behind the bar in the main cantina. So they're both in there, and hopefully next week we'll have the skeleton and maybe one of the rebel technicians to add to the display. Now we can add back our IG-88 with the arms in the correct orientation. Here is the TCS Bib Fortuna minifigure with his cape. We can add him back, maybe. That was a two-hand job, but there he is now in the display again. And we can add back the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, or not add back, we can add the Phase 1 Clone Trooper right there next to the OMV minifigs Dexter. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and make sure you go check out imperialbricks.com for all your official LEGO Star Wars minifigure needs.